Hi Narendra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
I am good, sir. What about you, sir?
I am also good. Thank you for asking.
Yes, sir.
So, Narendra, you have applied for a front-end developer profile. So, can you just brief me about yourself?
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you, sir, for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Narendra Joshi. I am from Latur district and currently I am living in Udgir. I have done BSc from Shivaji Mahavidyalaya Udgir in the year 2021 and currently I am Angular developer and I have skill set of HTML, HTML5, CSS, CSS3, Angular, JavaScript, jQuery. So that's all about me, sir.
Okay. Can you just tell me about your strengths and weaknesses?
Yes, sir. My strength is I am self-motivated as well as I have positive attitude. And my weakness is I can't say no when someone asks me for help, and I trust people easily. So this is my weakness and strength.
Okay, so you trust people easily,
Yes, sir.
okay, and you can't say no, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, if your colleague asked you, okay, to do his work, means he don't know the technology and he got the project and
Okay.
he didn't said anything to his manager that he don't know about that technology, but you know that, okay,
Yeah.
yes, and he said to help him, so what will you do?
So that time I am thinking about that situation, and if I feeling like it means uh, I feel very good, then I do that work which say my colleague.
Okay, and you will not do your work, you will do his work,
Yes.
means you will not complete your work that you have given, you will
Okay.
complete your friend's work. That is my
Hmm.
question.
Sir, this is my colleague, and I think, uh,
But you have your work, no?
yeah, yeah, yeah. But
You have some another project's work that is given to you and that is having a priority, and your manager is thinking that you are working on that project,
okay,
okay, and you are doing your friend's work.
okay. Sir, that time, first of all, I give the priority for doing my work, and another, if I have a time to do my colleague work, then I will do. Then, if I have not the time, then I will
Your
say
friend don't have any idea. All the things you have to do only because he don't have the idea on that technology.
that time I will tell the how to do the work,
How
and
will you tell? Can you teach him Angular in 1 to 2 hours? JavaScript Angular, because he
yeah,
don't know about that.
but he know very well. It means he got a job. It means he will very
He
much
is not
knowledge.
a front end developer.
Okay,
What what I said is my question was he don't know about this technology.
okay.
Yes.
So that time, sir, if it is the first time, then I will do that work. But he say
But
many
it
time
will
that
affect your work, your performance.
yeah, but my colleague is no know the work, so I will do.
You will do his work. You will not do your work. Correct?
But I will give the priority for doing my work. Then,
And when you will do his work, when you will do your work,
sir, if he understand which I tell,
no, he have zero knowledge in that
okay,
technology.
sir, at that time if that time one way to do that work, so I will do my culling work, because he don't know about that technology.
Yes, and you will lose your job. Correct. You will not do your work,
But
but
I
you
will.
will do your friend's work. You will lose your job. Your means you have not you don't have any seriousness about your work. Correct.
But sir, I tell, I
For you, it is good to do his helping is more important than correct doing your work properly.
yeah sir, that situation happen in one time. Then when I will get that experience, then another time I will do not that. So that time, as a friend, I tell to advise, you go and tell the manager and say them, I can't do this work because I have not knowledge about that work, so change my work. And those employees are know about that technology, you will give that work. So that advice I will give my colleague.
Okay. Okay. So so from here, Rahul sir will be taking your interview on UI. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, Rahul sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello sir.
Yes. Hello, Narendra. How are you?
I'm good sir. What about you sir?
Fine.
Okay.
Just let's go with HTML, then CSS.
Yes.
Okay. Then Flex.
Okay.
Have you worked on Flex?
Yes sir.
Okay, no problem. Narendra, tell me, what is the purpose of doc type?
Sir, first of all, doc type is a declaration. It means we know which version we will use in the HTML page. So it's better to write the declaration doc type in page.
Okay. Mm, and what is the purpose of just let me change it. Tell me, what is the attribute?
Okay. Attributes, it gives some meta information of the HTML element to the browser.
To the browser. Okay.
Yes.
What is the difference between strong and bold tag?
Yes, sir. Basically, both are same, sir. But strong we will use in HTML5. It is a semantic tag, and bold is a it is not a semantic tag. So in HTML5 we will use the strong.
Are you sure about
Yes, sir.
strong
Yes.
is a semantic tag?
Yes, yes.
Which type of semantic tag we use, and what is the purpose?
Okay. Semantic tags, it means header, footer, then article. So these are the semantic tags. And when we use the semantic tag, that time our page, HTML page, is optimized. It means it effect on search engine optimization. So it is important to use the semantic tag in our project.
No project. Okay. Okay. Tell me, what is the inline and block element? What is the difference between?
Okay, sir. First, block elements and block elements are start on new line, and they take the width and height of their parent. And we can give the width and height to block element, and after in inline element they start on same line. and we cannot give the margin to for top bottom, and we can they apply the width of their content, and we cannot give the width and height to the inline element. As an example, as inline elements are anchor tag, span, and block elements are div, paragraph, headings. So
Suppose I have one inline element.
okay,
At time I want to apply height and width
okay.
to that particular inline element. And how to achieve it?
So that inline element we will give the property of display inline block. Then we will give the height and width.
And we can apply height
Yes,
and
sir.
width to
Yes, that inline element.
inline element. What is the box model?
Okay. Box model is a concept. It means every HTML is a box. It contains some properties like padding, margin, border, and content. And padding means the space between content and border. Border means uh, border means the border separates the margin and padding, and margin is space occupied by its border, outside the border.
Outside
And
the space.
content.
Okay.
Yes.
What is the difference between display none and visibility hidden?
Okay, display none, those are both properties, and display none, when we use the display none, then it changes the structures and the element is removed in that page. And visibility hidden, it does not change the structure of page, and the element does not remove at that place.
What is the key difference between HTML element and tag?
HTML element and tag. Basically, tag is a name, and HTML element is a HTML element have the opening tag, closing tag, and its content.
Okay. What is the box sizing?
Okay, box sizing is a property. When we use the box sizing, then it calculates width and height of the HTML element.
Height and
Width of the HTML element, and it is a by default properties content box, and we will give the box sizing then border box.
okay. What is the float?
Float, it means when we have to align the element, move the element left to right side, then we will use the float property.
We will use the float property. Okay.
Yes.
What is the difference between link and anchor tag?
Link and anchor tag. Okay. Anchor tag we will use to redirect the page one to another, and link is the attribute to using the CSS, external CSS, in the head section by using link attribute.
Link attribute.
Yeah.
Or link tag.
Yeah, it means link is a tag, it is a self-closing tag. So
okay. Just what is the row span and call span?
okay, basically a row span and a call span, it is used in table. When we have to merge two rows, then we will use the row span, and when we have to merge two columns, then we will use the call span. It is in table.
Okay, it is in table. Okay. What are the lists in HTML?
Okay, there are two lists, unordered list and order list. So UL and OL, in UL LI and OL in LI. It means a UL star font dots as, and order list star form 1 to number 1 2 3.
Okay. Okay. Suppose I have one list. I want to start with number with a Roman number. Show me how to just share your screen and show me.
It means okay. Unordered list, yeah, sir. Order list.
You can take just I want start with
Okay.
Roman number.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
Okay. Show me your style.css.
Okay, sir.
You do this like this way. Okay. List style type. Okay. No problem. Okay. Tell me in how many way can we position an HTML element?
Position and HTML element.
Mm,
So position or CSS, sir?
I say in how many way can we position an HTML element?
So basically there are 5 position
Mhm,
as by default is a static position,
mhm.
and another are position relative, absolute, sticky, and fixed. So
Okay. What is the sticky?
sticky, sir, it is a hybrid of position relative and fixed.
Okay. What is the descendant selector?
Basically descendant selector,
How
when
to
we
work it?
use it means how
Just
to give the
explain.
CSS. I can give sir example.
Okay.
Yes. Sir, this is a descendant selector. It means when we give the CSS on the relationship between relation.
parent-child relationship. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What is a general sibling selector? How to work it? Show me.
Sir, give the example.
Yes, you can explain with the example.
General sibling selector. Okay. Sir,
What happened? Just explain me.
okay, okay. Yes, sir. Sir, this is a sibling selector. It means the div have sibling only the paragraph. So
Yeah.
that's paragraph apply the CSS. And in the section, they have not the, it means they have not the sibling.
Okay, very good. Suppose I want just to create one list,
Okay.
and I want to apply text color each even li element. Then
Okay.
how to achieve it? Show me.
Yes, sir.
What is nth of type? How to work it? Tell me.
Nth of type, it means nth child, and in that type we give the even. It
Just
means,
explain me how to work it nth of type.
okay, nth of type, first is a child, first type, last type. It means if we give the first type, then they apply the CSS only first, and we will give the nth of child last, then apply the CSS only last element of that in the div.
Show me how to work it.
Okay.
I say nth of type.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yes, sir. Nth of type, it means like odd number or even number. that works.
Okay. That means there is no difference between nth of child and nth of type.
No, have a difference, but nth of child as work first child, last child, and nth of type, it gives the type like even number, odd number.
Okay. Suppose we have two box. One is outer, another is inner. I
Okay.
want to in the middle,
Okay.
outside of the box, inner box. How to achieve it?
By using position, sir. That
Just show me.
parent.
Just show me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You say you work on SAS.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me, what is the SAS?
Okay. SAS is a synthetically awesome style shape, and it is a CSS preprocessor. And when we use the SAS in our project, it reduces the time as well as reduces the code and save time, and it maintains the code, and it gives the some features like variables features, variables extents, mix in partials. So that is SAS.
Okay. What is the variable? You say SAS have some features.
So variables as a reusable code, it means in which we will use the colors, font size that uses in our project.
Okay. And what is the nesting?
Nesting, it means we select the nest selector one to another as like UL in LI. Is we will use the nesting in SAS.
Okay. What is the partial and imports?
Okay. Partial, it means we will create our external file, and by which name we will use, and that time we will use underscore and name, and import that files into one single file. It means all partials we will create external file, and that files we will import in one single file.
In one single
File, yes.
Okay, good. And what is the mixin?
Mixin reusable code. It means reusable pieces of code. It means in which repeated of CSS.
Oh, good. Hello, Ushi.
Yes.
Done from my side. You can.
Okay. So Narendra, if you want a glass of water, you can take.
No, sir. Thanks, sir.
Okay. So let's start.
Yes, sir.
What is JavaScript?
JavaScript is a programming language. Like it is a lightweight, having first class function and object oriented.
What is a first class function?
A function which is stored as a value in a declaration.
Okay. What is a function?
Function means it is nothing but the input and output of the code, and it is a as well as it is function is a block of scope for creating specific task.
Okay. What is hoisting?
Hoisting is basically JavaScript behavior. All the declaration are get shifted at the top of the scope.
And what is scope?
Scope, it means availability and accessibility of any declaration in the page.
How many types of scopes are there?
There are two types of scope, global scope and functional scope. Global scope is a window scope without function, and a functional scope is a in the function scope.
Now tell me the definition of local scope or local scope and global scope.
Basically, global scope is a window scope.
Yes, tell me what is window scope?
The scope without any function. It means in the page, JS page. And local scope, it is created in the function.
What in the page?
In the our window, it means.
But what for what will considering it? For declaration, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Can you tell me the definition of window scope and functional scope?
Functional scope, it is in a function.
But what is in a function?
Yeah. It is used only in a
what will use in function?
When we will create any declaration in the functional scope, then it is only use in that function. Without that block, we cannot do use in without that block.
We cannot access it outside the function. Okay.
Yes.
And what is global scope?
Global scope is a without functional scope. It is a global scope. It means we access in anywhere. As in a functional scope, we can use.
Okay. What is the difference between local scope, global scope, and block scope?
Okay. As I'm saying, global scope is a window scope, and local scope it is created in the function. It means access in that function only, and block scope is in curly as like in if else, as well as in for loop. So It is a block scope. It means in curly braces, this is the block.
Okay. How many types of data types are there in JavaScript?
Yeah. There are two types of data types in JavaScript. First is primitive data types and another is non-primitive data types. Primitive data types are string, number, boolean, undefined, null, and non-primitive data types means array, function, and object. And primitive data types holds the value and non-primitive data types holds the reference.
What is the meaning of that, holding a value and holding a reference?
When we give the declaration, it means in a string, then and it means the does not change the original declaration. It means in the primitive, and non-primitive, the change in the original as we create the object or array, then change the uh, original array when we reassign that. It means
Yes.
the
But why
reference,
it is happening?
because it stored the reference.
Reference means what?
Reference means as like same, both have same. It means
Is you say reference. Okay.
okay.
Reference means something is there that is referring.
Yes.
Correct.
Something is there, that is the
Yes.
references.
For value, it will store directly value. If 2 is a value, it will store 2.
Yes.
Okay. You said it will store the reference. Means
If I am stored in object,
Mhm.
then when we reassign that object, then that references changes. It means
yes,
that
but what is reference? That is my question.
that value
It is
is
not taking value, it is taking reference of what?
it means in object does not take the value, it takes the reference, so that value is changes.
Okay, but you didn't understood my question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Reference means memory location.
Okay.
It will store the location of that. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
Where it is stored in the memory.
Yes.
Okay. What is the object?
The object, when we store the relationship data on the basis of relation, we will store key and value pair separated by colon.
Okay. What is an array?
Array means the data which is stored on the basis of index number.
Okay. Which method we use to find the index of an array? Of an array element.
Find index.
Yes. Which method we'll use?
Find index of.
Find index of. Is there a method? Find index of.
Another is
No. Index of or find index of.
yeah, we will it means we will get the index number by using index of.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
So what is a string?
String means a sequence of the character, and it is a primitive data type.
Okay. What is the difference between not defined and undefined?
Okay. Undefined means the declaration is declared, but the value is not assigned. It is undefined. And not defined means the declaration does not declare.
Okay. And what is null?
not a number.
Okay. Not a number. Null.
Basically, null is a primitive data type, and null, it means it gives none type. So yes,
But what is the use of that null?
use of null.
Null.
Sir, I don't know, sir.
Okay. Fine. What is ES6?
Okay. ES6 means ECMAScript, and is stands for European Computer Association, Manufacturing Association. So it is a standard and which is used in the programming. So it is the best standard.
What are the features that is provided by ES6?
Yeah. ES6 provides many features like array function, string interpolation, as well as higher order function, destruction of object. Another is promise. Another is async await. Oops. So that's are the features of ES6.
What is DOM?
DOM, basically DOM is a document object model, and when HTML page is render or load in a browser, then the browser engine create the object, and that transforms that object model into a tree-like structure. So it's called DOM.
Okay. And why be sorry. What is the difference between class list and class name?
Okay. Class name is we will get the classes of name, and it returns the string type. And class name, class list returns the DOM token list, and it will get the classes. Difference between it means class name returns the string type and class list return the DOM token list. And it is an array-like structure, array-like object.
Okay. What are inner HTML and inner text?
Both are the property. And inner HTML, we will get the all HTML. And inner text, we will get the only text in that element.
Okay. What is the event?
Event means as like there are several events, submit, click event, double click event, focus, blur. It means something.
Yes, but what is the
action,
event?
Action, something action.
Okay. Okay. And yes, you are saying about types of event.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me why we use key up.
Key up event.
Yes.
When we use the key up event, then when we key the press, then the event is triggered. It means when we press the key, then that time the event is triggered.
What is the difference between key up and key down?
Yeah. As I'm saying, key up is when we press the key, that event is trigger, and when we use the key down event, that time when we key press completed, and when we press the another key, then the previous event is triggered. It means previous key we will show in the console.
No, you are saying wrong. You are saying reverse key up and key down. Okay, fine. What is filter?
Yeah, filter is a higher order function, and we will use the filtering out the element in the array.
What is map?
Map is also higher order function. It returns the array when we have a given condition, and we will apply an array. This is a common condition, so that time we will use map.
Okay. What is the difference between filter and map?
If we have a same condition, when we apply an array, that time we will use the map. And if we have only one specific condition, we want to specific element create in new array, that time we will use filter, means it filtering out the element.
Okay. What is the difference between local storage and session storage?
Okay, these are the types of web storages. So when we store any value in local storage, this is does not delete or does not remove when we delete manually. And session storage, when we store the value in session storage, that time it is when we close the tab or switch off the device, that time the information is deleted in the session storage.
Okay. What is a closure?
Closure with its closure means a function with its lexical scope. It's called closure, and it means as like description, when we return the inner function in outer function, then the inner function create a lexical scope, and that lexical scope bring out the all the data or information outside the outer function. So that process is called closure.
Okay. Why we use reduce?
Reduce,
Yes.
if we want to all the element or in a single number, then we will use reduce. If we have a edges array, then we will use the reduce method, then that all the element number goes in single value.
Okay. So I have shared you one array.
Okay. Yes.
Copy that.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Share your screen.
Yeah, okay.
So filter out the elements, okay, of batch 3.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here only change the map and return only names in that batch 3. No, don't change the filter.
Okay.
We want to filter in this array. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have to map.
It means in new array we want to only name.
Yes, only name. In that batch 3 array only. Your batch 3 is there.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know chaining of higher order functions?
Yes, sir. But I will try. Yes, sir. Sir.
Okay. So show me what you did. Okay. So tell me, how will you check if the object is empty?
How will you check if the object is empty? If we will use the method of every.
No.
No, sir, I don't know.
Okay. Fine. So we are done with your interview. So do you have any questions for us?
Okay, yes, sir. Please give me the feedback to how to change or improve myself.
Yes, you are good in your technicals. Okay. Make sure work on your JavaScript part. Okay.
Yes,
And also communication skills.
yes, yes.
Okay. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Sir.